Well, Susan, last Tuesday, Turkish President Recep Erdogan came to Washington to meet with President Trump, and at that time, he announced a new foundation between the U.S. and Turkey. But that relationship is quickly fraying in light of these images. Let's take a look. This video was taken by Voice of America outside the Turkish ambassador's home here in Washington, D.C. It was taken last Tuesday, May 16th. Washington, D.C. police say the men you see there in suits, they are Turkish security officers, including, they say, parts of Erdogan's detail. You can see them hitting and kicking protesters in the park outside the residence. Now, D.C. police also say that their officers used billy clubs to break up the fight between protesters and security. This video, in fact, was captured by cell phones at the scene. Another video, though, that we can share with you from the Voice of America, and which was shared on social media, is this one. It shows Erdogan watching the melee from the driveway he's seen looking away from us towards the brawl. Turkish state news agency Anadolu reported that D.C. police didn't heed Turkish demands to intervene in the protest, which is why the guards moved in to disperse the crowd. But over the weekend, a forceful call from a number of U.S. senators to remove the Turkish ambassador to the United States for allowing security to interfere with American First Amendment rights.
These are not just average people that did this beating. This is Erdogan's security detail. Somebody told them to go out there and beat up on these peaceful demonstrators, and I think it should have repercussions, including identifying these people and bringing charges against them. After all, they violated American laws in the United States of America.
Now, there were nearly 12 people injured in all of this, Susan. Some of them pretty severe, had to be hospitalized. Ultimately, 2 people were arrested.
And Jessica, what kind of investigation is going into this?
Well, on Monday, Ankara summoned the U.S. ambassador to Turkey and asked Washington to conduct a full investigation and provide a, quote, necessary explanation. And in a statement we can also read from the Foreign Ministry, they wrote in part, it was emphasized that the lapses of security experienced during our president's stay in Washington, which were caused by the inability of U.S. authorities to take sufficient precautions at every stage. The U.S. State Department has called the incident deeply disturbing, by the way, insisting as well on a thorough investigation.
We did call the ambassador of Turkey into the State Department to discuss what occurred with them and express our view that this is simply unacceptable. There is an ongoing investigation.
So they are investigating from the U.S. State Department. Now, the Trump administration, meantime, says it has released 2 members of Erdogan's detail after briefly detaining them. Those guards, we're told, have now returned to Turkey.